Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Things have, sorry guys, things have improved, but we're still in a bit of trouble. So, still feeding out a bit of baleage. Shut this. Still feeding out baleage. Luckily, we've got enough to be able to do that because a lot of people don't. I am still using a cheese knife to cut these strings because I haven't found mother leatherman yet. We all get there. This last couple of weeks has really taken a toll on the girls' body condition. Yeah, they're getting on the very, very low end of acceptable now, and I'd really like to be able to up their feed intake, but we can't just yet. If we push it too hard now, we're going to really stuff us. So we're going to wait for the grass to grow. We'll put this nitrogen fertiliser on, and it will increase our growth rate. By how much, it's really, really hard to tell. For normal conditions, it would be between 10 and 15 kgs of dry matter per unit of N applied, per kg of urea applied, sorry. So over a month we'll be looking at an extra, what did I say there, 500 to 750 kgs of dry matter. The problem is we've got to let it grow. We've got to let it get longer and longer and longer. So if we keep racing around now and eating every little bit of regrowth that's growing, we're going to get very little benefit out of that. So, where are we there? There, baleage. Going to keep feeding this stuff out, trying to drag the round out, so to speak, the amount of time it takes for the sheep to get around the farm, and the hope that behind them, and to a fair extent ahead of them, the covers do keep growing. But anyway, let's go feed this out. Last bit just does not want to feed out for some reason. There we go. Right, so there's one more bale on. We're feeding out 2 bales today, but these girls are only going to get 1.5. We're going to feed half a bale out to the early lambing mob, which I still don't know whether that was a good idea or not, putting that ram out. And then we're going to feed the last quarter bale out to the calves. So, yeah. calves, I gave a tiny little bit less than 10% of a bale the other day, and they absolutely wolfed it down, so they're going to be living on baleage over winter. We may as well get them used to it now. Well, there goes the baleage fit out for these light girls, or these early girls as they are. First time they've seen baleage for the year, so they're not very interested, but I dare say they'll work it out in time. Heads raising there, they're going to go have a wee look. We'll just go for a wee drive around them and try and nudge them up there. We've got two have come up to have a look. Stuff in their face is pretty hard. See if the rest of them over there will be interested by the end of the day. So these girls here are going to stay here for another couple of days probably, so we'll see if they clean that up. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. I'm probably going to go buy some sheep nuts, some grain. What have they got on them? I know they got grain in them. A lot of other stuff mashed together. Just like a high energy feed pellet to try and boost these girls a wee bit. And maybe the other ones will get them for a wee while too, but that depends on price and availability and lots of other things too. So we might get 6 or 7 tonnes and start from there, and hopefully we get a warm April and May and we can grow lots of grass, because nitrogen's still the cheapest option for about another 4 weeks. Yeah, a lot of people starting to get very concerned about this winter and what's going to happen, but not much we can do to change it. We can only try and improve the outcomes as much as we can. And there go the calves going for the baleage. So these guys did get exposed to baleage when they were calves, little wee 10-day-old calves, but they never ate much. I think they had like 3/4 of a bale for 50 odd calves over 3 months, so they do know what it tastes like, but they've never really had to live on it before. Yeah, so they got a wee bit the other day, and to be fair they're going for it better than I thought. Always takes stock a wee while to get used to what baleage is, especially younger stock. They like to play with it, but to actually clean it up effectively sometimes takes a wee while, so I guess that just goes to show how hungry these guys are, the fact that they're getting straight in there and cleaning it right up. Now, you might have heard me talking on here a few times about putting in a decent water scheme. We've got a wee water scheme just over that way that feeds about 6 or 7 paddocks. It's pretty silty and it's just not going to keep up with the rest of the farm. So, this here, over here, is where our tanks are going to go. That's the boundary fence, and just the side of that. And I've just finished fixing this thing. Sorry, I'll try and get the wind out of the microphone. So I'm not going to let you see those welds up too close, but that top support didn't used to be there. The whole thing bent. I'm going to try, that shank is just shy of 3 feet deep to the bottom of the frame right there, so we can get very nearly 3 feet of depth. We don't need that, we only need 2. I was trying to get 3 last time I was using it, which is why it broke. So we're going to do some pre-ripping. Oh, that wind is strong. We're going to go along here, then we're going to pull out, back up, so we're going to have a 90-degree elbow there. We're going to go right along the side of the hill. Where are we? We're along the side of the hill and down, and we'll see how that goes. But we're not going to go very deep to start with. Now, I am a little bit concerned this is going to float a bit, so I might not film to start with. I haven't got my magnet on my new phone yet, sorry. There's the bracket right there, but I still haven't got the steel plates to stick to the phone. So anyway, fingers crossed to see how this goes, and then I'll show you a bit if it all goes well. Well, so far so good on the first pass. The first run, and we've done it with 90 degree. Seems to be going alright, probably going down about 18 inches there. It's always the last inch or two that's going to break something like this, so we won't get too greedy, we'll just keep chipping away. What are we doing? 2.2 kilometres an hour, so it's not going to take a huge amount of time to do this. I'm thinking one afternoon will be enough. If this all goes well, then one day this week hopefully. I've got discussion group tomorrow. We're supposed to be dipping the ewes at some point this week, but we'll see how that goes because that's very weather dependent. What else have I got on this week? There's something else I got on as well, I cannot remember for the life of me, but hopefully I can get to gore. I've got 3 200-litre drums of oil to pick up and a whole lot of pipe. That's what it is, I got to get sheep nuts. We're going to start feeding sheep nuts very soon just to try and put a bit more weight on these ewes, but yeah, hopefully we'll get the pipe this week. If not, it'll be early next week and we'll make a start on this. Girls are on the move. Hey, hey, girlies, come on, calm down, calm down. I know you're hungry. You're hungry. Still looking very respectable. No, they're getting a bit light now. Which is not what we want to see, but it's been a couple of days since the previous clip and we have had 28 mils of rain, which is pretty cool. In fact, we'll probably have more than that. We had 28 mils not last night, the night before, and there's been more rain overnight, but I haven't actually had a look in the gauge to see what was there. Hang on, I'll just shut this gate. But that is good because our soils were still pretty dry, and that bit of extra rain should help us a lot. And just lifting that soil moisture, so that moisture is hopefully not our limiting factor anymore. So we had a discussion group yesterday afternoon, and yeah, pretty much everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's got a wee few lambs left to go, no one's got any grass. Crops are looking okay. The place we were at yesterday was just spectacular for Swedes. They're embarrassingly a lot better than mine. Mine are good, I'm pretty happy with them, but his are, yeah, probably a couple of levels higher, which is pretty cool to see. So the ewes are just going onto this bank. It's pretty rough feed in there. It's sort of cock's foot and a bit of brown top and dog's tail and more cock's foot and thistles and flaxes and cabbage trees. Don't know what they are. Yeah. Wraps sort of fair way around there. Well, between this hill and that one. Just, yeah, goes the whole way around this bank. This is what the girls didn't want to eat in here, and I'm sort of a bit nervous about pushing them to eat it. If we get to just there, it's all gone. It's just this little bit down here. It's probably half a hectare at most. Yeah, is what it is. Rough bottom end of a paddock with stock never come, so the fertility's all gone. But yeah, they're going to be happy in there for, oh, they'll be there 2 days. They might be there 2 days and then back in here with that for another day, and then they'll go down to that next paddock down, which is hopefully grown a bit more. So talk is, yeah, nitrogen is still our best option. We've put our fair whack on. As you saw in the last video there, we put 10 tonne on, so 400 and, yeah, what am I saying? 4,600 units. I said earlier on in this video that we get a 10 to 1 response on kgs of urea. No, it's units of nitrogen or kilograms of nitrogen. So we've put on 4,600 units of nitrogen. That should hopefully, worst case scenario, return us 46,000 kilograms of dry matter. Best case scenario, probably a 15 to 1 response. I don't think we'll see that. But at that gives you 50% more, so it's that another 2,300 on top of that. So just shy of 70 tonne of dry matter, which is a big boost. It's not enough to get us out of trouble. We're going to be lambing, looking at that on some pretty low covers. Have used quite conservative. The guy that runs the group has a, what do you call it, like a the Excel spreadsheet type thing where you put all your information into and it'll give you an idea on what you're going to be lambing on. And yeah, we did use some conservative growth figures for June, July. August is pretty reliably 10. That's what it does. Yeah, so there's room there for it to be better, but yeah, there's a fair chance that it won't be better than that. So hopefully it is. Hopefully we can be lambing on a 1,500 cover, but I don't think there's much chance of that happening. Right, let's go to town and spend some money. Yeah, we had the trailer on the ute the other day and it's quite a bit lower on the drawbar. See if we can do this one-handed. There we go. She's quite the trailer, this thing. Well, tell you what guys, I should not be allowed to go to town. Just had 4 of my 7 bundles of posts arrived, so we're going to go and unload them real quick. And then I'll run through what I've bought and then we'll go and get the last lot. Yeah, she's 2 20-something $1,000 day today. Yeah, only happens once a year, but gotta happen. Right, so the posts are unloaded, but let's go and have a look at what we bought in town today. Bit scary. So first up, we've got a 44 gallon, 200 litre drum of day 400, best diesel engine oil in the world, and I will die defending that. This pipe, that there, 1,230 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cause a pipe. This is a feed line for the water scheme. Yeah, that's a biggie. That's about $3 grand. Then we went to Agri Centre, the dealer, New Holland dealer, and we picked up not one but two of these. That's due for a service very shortly, a major one. It takes almost the whole one of these, so thought we might as well have another one sitting on hand. They are 1400 plus GST each. Then we'll come and open this up, and here we have got cabin filters. I think that's a trans filter. I think that's a trans filter. Might be a, I think that's a trans filter. Bushings for the TM there and there. Air filter. Must be some other filters. Maybe in here, is it? Yeah, here we go. Fuel filters. That's something. Lots of filters. Anyway, what's in the back of the truck there with that drum pump and a heap of these? I'm going to say 2.5 grand. That hurt. And there it goes. Doesn't really look like $3,000 worth, but that's what it is. Oplex 40mm green line. What we're told is the best thing to use. So, like I said, that's our main feed line up the hill, from the pump to the tank. So the lines we run from the tank to the trough will only be the 32. This is metric pipe, so it's outside diameter, not inside. I think the 32 mesh is about 26, 27 inside. It's a little bit bigger than 25, but yeah, one of those things that's got to happen, so we've just got to go ahead and do it. Nice looking fence posts. They all come lathed, so they're pretty consistent in size. So we've got 50 in a bundle. There's 1, 2, 3 and 4 turned up today. That's an old bundle of 4-inch. These are 5. There's 2 more of these to come. And a bundle of strainers. We've got those guys sitting there. And that's right, and then these ones sitting here. These are all gold pine posts. I think, yes they are, they're ripped in wire. So, good posts, better posts, but they cost way too much and they're getting awkward to deal with. So, yeah, going to be a lot of fencing to do this winter. And of course there's the netting right there too. There's another roll on the back of the ute, but yeah, she's good stuff, that stuff. And that right there is 3 tons of sheep nuts. Yeah, bit of weight on the tyres. Yeah, we did put all those bags off before the trip up the road, don't worry. But and that's less than half what we're going to be buying. Anyway guys, bit of a long one, but hope you enjoyed that, and we will see you next time. We are weighing lambs tomorrow, the few that are left, and have a bit of a weigh up, work out what they weigh, drench them, just to know what they weigh, so we know how long it's going to be till we can kill most of them. And yeah, I'm not real confident in that, but we need to know. Space does seem to be opening up, which is great, but anyway, like I said, we'll see you next time guys.